Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. Today I'm going to tell you an interesting story. An interesting story it is. Let's imagine we have an investor. His name is Rupesh, and he's a man with a lot of money. And Rupesh likes investing in companies, especially small companies. He likes investing heavily in them and taking large positions in them and hoping to infuse capital into these small companies and make them into large companies and make a killing, as they say. So Rupesh notices there's a company A, and he starts buying shares of this company and heavily investing in this company and pushing this company up. And the share price of this company is going up because Rupesh is busily buying. As he's buying A, he suddenly notices another small cap company called B. And Rupesh is like, B is also very interesting. And he starts buying into B. And funnily enough, company B is owned and operated with one of his friends, who's Albin, who's Rupesh's friend. And Albin and Rupesh are friends, and Rupesh decides, let me also buy into company B because he likes Albin. So Rupesh has been buying into A and B. After some time, Rupesh has become a major holder in A and B, and Rupesh decides, hey, let me help Albin's company B out some more and tell A, dude, you're my company, B is also my company, take some money from A, which has so much of money, and put it in B. It's a good investment opportunity. Like I'm investing, no? Why don't you also invest? But this leads to a lot of problems and a lot of scrutiny. And everyone looks at Rupesh and says, hey, because these are not privately held companies, they're publicly traded companies. They looked at Rupesh and said, hey, what are you doing? Doesn't look right. So Rupesh immediately says, hey, I'm sorry. And Albin also says, hey, no problem, man. Rupesh, Bhaiya, no problem. You don't have to do this favor for me. I have other ways of making this money. But all this draws a lot of eyes and a lot of questions because Albin historically has not been known to be a very straight shooter when it comes to his business dealings. There's been a lot of questions and gray areas in Albin's dealings, which always is there. Any businessman who's coming up in business will have some gray areas, some shadows he would have walked through, and Albin has quite of those. But this surprise decision by Rupesh to take a U-turn, telling company, no, don't bother. And there's all this controversy of Rupesh and Albin being friends. As an investor, what would you do? Would you think it is prudent to invest in company A and B? When Anand has told you a promoter's integrity and majority shareholders' integrity are paramount and important, wouldn't you pause at this point of time? Well, logic dictates you would. And I would too. And this is what the story is. Now, the interesting part is this story is what has been playing out in Cupid. Cupid has been heavily invested by Aditya Halwasia has been betting in Cupid. And he has the elder brother's business partner who's Hari Shankar Tibriwala. So Aditya Halwasia has been putting money into Hari's company, Hari Shankar's company, who has this tourism finance corp. So you see Aditya, who's been investing into Cupid, and his elder brother's business partner, Hari Shankar, he's been having a company called Tourism Finance Corp, and he's been investing. The problem is Hari Shankar is under scrutiny. This is why it's been puzzling investors and analysts. The enforcement directorate suspects Hari Shankar, the Hawala operator, and has been manipulating share prices of some of the companies. So all this kind of gets murky. And when it gets murky, this is when investors like me and Anand and Albin, and I would say a lot of value investors, even Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, tend to walk away from. Because as an investor, we put very little money into these companies in the hope of making some returns which is safe and stable and has long-term value. And all this pegs on the fact that the business is run in a transparent and a law-abiding and a fair way. When that is in question, then as an investor, I would be a little hesitant to put my money because in the past, I have had problems when I put money into companies where the promoters and large shareholders have steered a small cap company to ground, to dust, and crashed it because they had even in good intentions, as one may say, and took poor business decisions, which led to me as an investor losing all my capital. Now, I understand that a lot of you are very keen on Cupid because of the bonus and the split. I can relate to that. That you may be thinking, there's an opportunity here. I will buy and then I'll make a profit on the split and bonus and I'll cash out. If you're one of those people, I applaud you because you have courage. But when this kind of news comes, where the promoter of a company or the largest shareholder investor of a company seems to be doing things which look a little confusing, a little puzzling for me as an investor, I usually tend to shy away. I'd rather miss the opportunity than risk it. I may be wrong, I may be completely wrong, and there's nothing in this, and there's nothing to be thinking twice about. And this all gets cleared up, and Cupid might go to 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Yes. But I'm okay with it personally because I rather keep my money in a company, in a place, especially in a country, in a situation in India where things are above board. This is the main reason why I invest in the Tatas, because their name is gold. Because whatever they do, they keep the investors, even small investors like me, very, very small investor I am, they keep me in mind and they keep my welfare in mind and they treat me fairly. So I do wonder what is happening. And many of you might have not picked this news up about Cupid and Aditya and Harishankar's, who's the elder brother of Aditya. So I understand that because this kind of news usually does not permeate and does not ring alarm bells everywhere, especially when you have the news of the bonus share and the split making rounds. This usually doesn't get picked up. But this was picked up by Albin, and Albin shared it with me. And after reading it, it did cause me some concern. And I have been prudently walking back my investments in Cupid. Is it the right call to do for you or not? It's purely up to you. This is just some information I came to, and I thought of sharing it with you. What you wish to do with this information is purely up to you. Like I said, I may be completely wrong. This may be completely blown out of proportion. But I rather err with caution than be a risk taker. At my age and my point in my life, I don't need unnecessary risks. So I try and mitigate them as much as possible. So this is one of those things. The reason why I wanted to share this with you is walking away from this news. This is why in small cap, you have to be very careful and you have to read every single news item which you get. And all the news which you do read and you get from should be reliable sources. This news which Albin shared with me is from a very reliable source. It is the Mint newspaper, which is a very credible, good newspaper. And I trust their journalism and their quality of investigation. So based on that, I would give it a good score. So if you are a person who is investing in small caps and you're looking at small caps as something which you want to do and you have a large appetite for risk, do read the news. Do try and follow what's happening with all your investments in those companies and the owners and try to see beyond the veil to see what they're doing, because end of the day, it's your money and it's your hard-earned money which needs to be respected as theirs are. Thank you for watching this video. Anand did speak about this in Money Pechu. I do hope you go catch it there, and I'll see you in the next one soon. Bye.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.